We always talk about how my page is real safe, right? Well, just imagine this video kind of like a FaceTime. Remember on that live when we were talking about childhood trauma and kind of how to deal with it and process it as a Christian? Well, like most battles, because traumas create a bunch of battles, it starts in your mind. Let me just preface that I'm not a therapist of any kind. I am just a child of God who has gone through a bunch of trauma and can give you a different perspective on the situation. But healing from trauma, it all starts in your mind. And as humans, we all want to understand why, what, who, where, and how. And a lot of times trauma leaves you to the point where you can't understand. And the big question, if God is so loving and so merciful, why would he allow you to go through something like that? Well, here's the thing. For me personally, I was RAPED at the age of 12. And the way it was explained to me was that when God gave us free will, he didn't give us free will under conditions. Well, you can do what you want until you decide to do something bad, then I'm gonna step in and not let that happen. People have the free will to be as positive or as negative as they choose. And while what happened to me wasn't a part of my plan, I have the understanding now that while it wasn't a part of God's plan, it goes back to that verse, what the devil means for your evil, God will always turn for your good. So did I deserve what happened to me? No. Do I believe that it was a part of God's plan? No. But what I do know is that mentally and emotionally, I understand that God is always going to make sure that it works out for my good. And I'm a living testimony that says, hey, this happened to you, but look what it's doing for you. So what the devil meant to cause pain in your life, God will use as purpose. My pain personally has been called to my purpose, and now I'm speaking to almost 400,000 people that can understand how God loves, how much he loves, and how good and merciful he is. So as we're on this journey, because we're all on this trauma journey together, those days where it doesn't seem to make sense, remember that God gives us a peace that surpasses all understanding. So that verse that says, you may not understand now, but you will later, that little girl didn't even understand a pinch of how God was going to use her pain for her purpose, had no idea. And the grown woman in me understands that, baby, you didn't deserve that, but watch how God uses that, pressed down, shaken together, and running over for not only your good, but the good of those around you. Trauma definitely comes with pain, but it also comes with a greater purpose. I've learned that a lot of the battle comes with perspective. You never deserved that, but God is going to make sure that he uses that for your good in better ways than you could ever imagine. I'm a living testimony, and if he can do it for me, he'll do it for you too. And before I end this call, remember that your trauma does not affect your worth. You are just as beautiful, just as smart, just as precious as you were before that happened to you. You are worth every ounce of love that there is. Do not forget it. Love you. Bye.